Hello, hello! You may have come across the hot new show that has become the sleeper hit of the season. Hit it Rivalry, the distinctly Canadian hot romance that is blazing ice rinks everywhere. And you may be wondering, should I jump on the ice too? Yes, there's that, but also more. Well, not much more. In case you didn't know what the show is about, the two hit-it rivals are two hotshot hockey players. Slightly boring but very earnest Canadian Shane Hollander and cocky but secretly sweet Russian Ilya Rozanov. They don't so much have a meet-cute, but are thrashed together by the hockey industry trying to create a rivalry to sell more skates. As a twist, at no point do they hate each other, but they certainly pound upon each other. And there will be no more puns, I promise. The show has a very unusual narrative structure. It focuses almost exclusively on the two leads, with no side plots, with one exception. The first two episodes are an extended montage of our pair of beefcakes having what can only be described as extremely consensual sex in glorious hotel rooms and flats with large windows and fantastic views during various hockey events over a few years. I don't think I have ever seen that many time and place cars in just 90 minutes of screen time. The third episode is a departure. We focus entirely on a different hockey player, an equally flawless human specimen, and his romance with a very cute smoothie barista. Their arc, that we revisit on episode 5, acts as a catalyst for our heated duo. It is only on episode 4 that our guys have an actual conversation. I'm talking basic stuff, literally questions like, what cities do you like playing hockey in? From then on, the romance finally starts developing, with our guys actually talking to each other rather than exchanging blowjobs. Throughout the show, and despite it being called Heated Rivalry, there's very little sense of conflict. There's threads of drama, sure, but they never become overbearing. The closest we get to something serious is with some family drama back in Moscow, and there is some minor tension with the Canadian family, but the latter is never truly threatening. Heated Rivalry doesn't consummate the romance from the start. Sure, they have sex, but they do not become a couple until the very end. The benefit of this is that the show doesn't have to come up with reasons to keep them apart that may strain the credibility of the story or the relationship. There are a few women in the sausage fest. They are of course as good looking as the guys, they love hockey as much as the guys, and they appear to have agency, interests, and personalities outside their association with the guys. For a show about a gay romance, this feels very generous. One other point that the show inadvertently makes is how much parasocial relationships have become part and parcel of our day-to-day life. As famous athletes, our heated duo are constantly watching each other on screens, and much like everyone else makes assumptions about them from what they see on the screen, they also do. A little bit less though, as they do know the real person. The show is based on a book by Rachel Reid, and you may be pleased to know that it has a sequel called The Long Game, upon which the second season will be based. And Rachel Reid is planning a third book called Unrivaled. Okay, so to finally answer the question at the title of this video. Yes. If you have 6 hours to spare and you're not looking to have your mind bothered in any way, but feel a little bit horny and want some mild thrills, then this is the show for you. If you don't want to see incredibly good-looking people pleasure each other in beautiful interiors, interspersed with sexts and some hockey shots, then this isn't the show for you. You should be warned, there is really quite a lot of gay sex in this one. In fact, the show creator has said that he couldn't see the story on TV without all the sex, as in the books upon which the story is based on. Sex is character development. And you know what? I'll take it. If 30 seconds on the back of a dragon count as character development, why not all the hot sex? This is a very gentle ride that you can watch to blow off some steam, because you've had enough with how terrible the world is lately. Finally, for me, one of the biggest draws to watch this is the Russian guy, Ilya Rozanov, ably portrayed by Texan Connor Storrie. He's funny and charming in a very monosyllabic way, and yes, he's very sexy. But the sexiest thing about him is that he may be, improbably, the most emotionally stable person in the history of rom-coms. He's bisexual, but he's chill about it. He's practically a saint in the way he deals with his problematic family in my books, and there's a monologue in episode 5 that showcases his whole psychology and is very sweet. And then there's also training montages and so many abs. Sometimes entertainment doesn't have to feel like rocket science. And that's it from me. If you enjoyed this, please consider liking or subscribing. As always, thanks for watching.